well, I think. I actually don't know how this is gonna go today. I'm streaming from a different location because my regular setup, my regular desk is kind of out of the question right now. I can't touch what's on the table because I'm still doing this job for another company and I don't want to mess with everything. Mm, this thing kind of requires me to make everything look the same, always in all these little videos and stuff. And if I mess around with my setup on the desktop, it's not gonna it's not gonna look the same. I can't have the devices and stuff jump around and skip around in between clips and things like that. So that's why I don't have any videos for this week either. So maybe I'll be able to make something. I hope. I hope so. And I didn't want to cancel another stream, which is why I'm doing this thing right now, sitting in my well, basically it's my partner's what do you call it? Lettuce is yummy. Lettuce, I love lettuce. You're talking bull. You're talking bull. Lettuce is like the best thing ever. Uh, we did grow it here on the balcony, actually outside. We had loads of it, and we didn't have to pay for it the entire summer. Unfortunately, something stupid happened, and we had to remove it because some people are idiots. That's a long story. Maybe I'll tell you that sometime, but I'm not gonna do it right now because it's just gonna drive my blood pressure up and get me angry over stupidity of people. But that's it. So what's new? What's new, everyone? Well, I can tell you what's new on my side, at least. I have recently received a synth that I've been waiting for a very long time. I pre-ordered a synth some time ago from Sonicware. Is it called Sonicware? You know, the people who made the Liven 8-bit and also that earlier synthesizers. They made something called XFM, a new synth, and I pre-ordered that, and I finally got one. They didn't send the actual pouch for it. They said they were gonna send that later on because the apparently the factories in Malaysia have been affected by C-19, and so yeah, stuff gets delayed, and a lot of people have been waiting a long time to receive their stuff, even though they ordered them a long time ago. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. They'll probably send the bag later on, but I haven't even had time to properly look at it. So that's something I'm gonna have to do, on the main channel as soon as this big job is done. And then I don't know. Do you remember me like putting up a short video about this thing, the KP3 Chaos Pad? Well, some time ago, I actually got this one, right? So in a video on Instagram, I talk about how I had to sell a lot of old gear because my drug addiction and my alcoholism and stuff like that, and I used that money to buy stupid stuff, and then many years later, I regret selling these things so much, and I want to try to get them back, and so I was able to get this one back for a very low price right here in Stockholm. And I just love it. Okay, it's so nice to be able to have it back, and I can see that some people in here, they know exactly what I'm talking about here. And you know what? There is this other unit. I used to own every Chaos product that Korg ever made, because when it comes to something like instant playability, instant fun, having fun with scales and fun play modes, Korg always gets it right. Korg always gets that thing right. They get it right with their synthesizers. They get it right with their software, with Gadget. They get it right with their hardware. I mean, they got it right with so many things. Everything from the Volcas to the Chaos products to the Elect drives. The Elect drives were wonderful. And when it came to the Chaos products, I had to sell so many of them. Hello and welcome everyone to Jakob haQ Live, by the way. And this one I was able to get back. And for those of you who don't know, I paid very little for it. The guy who sold it, I'm so grateful to you. If you ever watch these videos, maybe you don't, maybe you do. But I had the opportunity to go to and visit a studio where several guys are holding up. And he sold me this. And I only paid, well, the equivalent to 120 bucks, dollars. In euros, it's about 100 euros. In Swedish kronas, 1000 spänn, basically. And so I'm trying to buy back all the Electribe stuff, all the hello, all the Electrive stuff, all the Chaos stuff. And so my next one on the list would be the Chaosilator Pro. That's the one I want, okay? I want the Chaosilator Pro so much. And you know what? I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at this. It's here. It's here. And I got it for a very, very low price again. I didn't pay more than 150 euros, 1500 in Sweden, and in dollars that would be 136 dollars or something like that. I now have both of them, of the pros, and I still have the small yellow one. So now what I need to do is to get the small red one, if I can find it, and I also need to get the second edition versions, which is gonna be, I don't know if maybe they still sell them, but I want to try to find them, used, because like these two, they're in really really good condition, really good condition. I mean, they should be. They're both made out of metal. They've got a proper like this black coating on them. I can't say that in English. What's the word? It's a powder coating. I think they're powder coated, which is makes this really nice, like an enameled surface almost. Not enamel, but yeah, I think you know what powder coating is anyway. So they look really really nice, both of these, and I tested them and they both work. And I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy, and I'm gonna have to put this all into a setup. Have you changed plates for the studio? No, I haven't. I'm sitting in my partner's office. Let me show you real quick. So here we have a bookshelf. My partner is a journalist, and she's studying right now to become something else, more than a journalist. I don't know what that sounds like. Sounds weird. Here's another bookshelf. So she loves books. I like. She's laughing at me. She's sitting behind me in the couch, basically. And I'm just sitting here because I can't sit inside my regular studio. I can't touch anything on the table. It needs to look the same way, just so that I can continue doing work. And I'm really sorry that I don't have a new video for you this week. I'm really, really sorry about that, but it can't be helped. I need to pay my bills, and sometimes that means doing other jobs. And it's not like I'm not having fun doing this job, because it is a challenge, let me tell you. It is a challenge to keep to how do I say this? On my channel, I try to get very much to the point with everything I do, right? To the point with everything, and also make sure that people understand concepts, not just explain this is how you do it, but not explain why you do it that way. I like explaining why, but it has to be short, to the point, and it has to be not contrived. It has to be very easy to understand. And here, the mission that I got from this company wanting me to do this project for them was exactly that. Explain it, but and make it short, to the point, concise, fun, and you have to do it under a short amount of time, and in blocks, because basically they're gonna put it on social network and they're gonna put it up like bite size. So that is a huge challenge, because explaining everything and keeping it short, they're not really, they're like oil and water. They're not really that compatible. So doing that is a balance, and it's a big big challenge, and I feel challenged. I feel really challenged, and there has been days where I was not able to get anything done because I just couldn't get my sentences to flow properly. And when that happens, that means that something is wrong, and then you have to rewrite what you're doing. So yeah, it's very different doing works for other people and other companies, because when once you send it to them, it's like you're signing off on this work. You want to be able to send the absolute best, right? You want to do your best. You want to send them the best stuff you have. And think about it. I mean, I'm just a Swedish dude in a bedroom with an iPhone as a camera, and I'm using the same desk I've been using for 7 years. On this on not on this channel, but on the main channel. And so yeah, it's interesting how far we've come. I've noticed a little problem here because I can only see your comments for a little while. So, baby, could you like reach and give me my iPad, my 11-inch iPad? Could you do that? Yeah, the little one. She calls it the little one, the little iPad, because I have the big one, right? Hey, baby, thank you so much. That's my girl right there. Hello, say hello. Yeah, she is the reason to why I'm able to do this. You know, she puts up with everything that I do. Thank you, honey. So let me just grab the app here because I want to see what you're writing. Uh, I'm missing the whole conversation bit here now because I can only see your comments for a very short time. Hello, Captain, my Captain. I want to see all the faces. I want to see all I know that's this. I know that the same people who are always here, they're here again, and I want to see your names. I want to see your names. It's important. And I missed you because I had to cancel the last one. So where's my channel? Jakob haQ live. It's got to be over here somewhere. There we. Oh, what is that? My thumbnail now? Oh, no one's gonna want to watch that. Well, except from you. Oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. hello, hello. Now I can finally see your comments. That's very nice. Now, what's actually new? Because I'll tell you this. The one thing I used to do every day was I always woke up in the morning and I used to not log on to, but I used to open up discord.com the first thing I did. And that's not really possible now because Tim is no longer updating the site because of, yeah, well, if you want to know why, then you can go and read Tim's blog. And you know what? I'm actually going to do a video about it because I missed the guy and he has helped me a lot, okay? He spread the word about my channel together with many others, but it feels shitty for me not being able to do anything for the guy when he helped me so much and many other YouTubers. I mean, there are people in this chat who have been like promoted by this guy, by his blog, by discord.com. And it just feels very sad, to me at least, not to log on there. But I'm wondering, what do you log on to nowadays? Because for me, it's kind of like I haven't really wanted to find a new site. I mean, I still visit like Synth Anatomy, but he doesn't really update that much with iOS because there just isn't that much money in iOS doing blogging like that anymore. And I mean, Tim has pretty much told the same thing in his post. So where do you go? Where do you like go now? Um, yes, I feel like it feels like you kind of lost a friend. Like I kind of understand, you know. I understand that feeling of a loss. It's like a loss now that Discord isn't really there. So it feels, at least, are there any sites that you watch? I know that there have been a few sites popping up doing iOS music blogging, smaller ones, and they're probably gonna grow, you know. But if you have any tips for me, then I'd love to talk about them. App Sliced, Audiobus Forum, yeah, of course, Audiobus Forum, of course. Oh, and if anyone in here does not know about the iPad Musician Group on Facebook, then you should know about it because it's one of the largest groups on Facebook when it comes to iOS music. And then there are, of course, there are that weird group with the weird name AUV3, iOS AUV3. Ugh, I can't even remember the name for it. But there are a few groups on Facebook actually that deal with the iOS music stuff. And there's even like a is it like a sister group to the iPad musician group where people post all of their music. And then of course there are discords. I've got a discord and I haven't really had time to go in there lately because of this big project, but I try to go in there and I always feel like I'm late to the party and I see all these conversations that people have been having and I just feel like I'm missing out. I need to lift my head often. It's not pee. It's it's apple juice. I'm drinking apple juice, everyone. If I don't know if anyone needed to know that, but if you were wondering, I mean, it kind of look like wee wee. Isn't that like a? Let's see here. Can I get this on? I'm starting this up, and it's oh look at that! It's starting up. Look at it. Oh, I love. Oh, look at that. I can't hear it. Wait, 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 wait. I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. And it's so cool because I mean, basically they got built-in loopers and everything. What did I ask? Yeah, I asked about what sites you go to and check, except from Audiobus forum, iPad Musician Group, App Sliced. I mean, when it comes to app news and finding videos, because the thing with Discord was that it wasn't just new apps that you saw, it was also videos, right? And it's the same with iPad Musician Group and Audiobus Forum. People will post their videos. I still post my videos in these groups and forums, right? But I'm just wondering if there's been some other thing growing up somewhere, growing up, something. If there's been another grouping of iPad people. Well, my English is so weird. I realize that every time I open my mouth and I try to speak English, even though I've spoken it my whole life, I just sound really weird because I'm so messed up from all these accents that I've been. Have you ever watched my old content? Like, I'm almost. It's really cringe when you go back and you watch some of the older stuff. I can't even. I don't even know how to pronounce stuff that I used to do back then. I mean, go to like the beginning of my channel and check out some of the really old stuff like Hack Attack 3 or 4 or 5. I have the weirdest freaking accent ever. It sounds so weird. It sounds like I've got a like I've had a brain aneurysm or something. I cannot. I can't. I've tried. I've tried to do it like that. There are actually a few episodes that are so good, that I think I want to remake them. But I'm so scared that no one's gonna want to watch them. But then again, some of these are 7 years old, and some of them are actually really good because of the principles. Principles? Because what am I trying to find here? Because of the concepts I'm trying to explain in those videos. Do you think it's worth me actually remaking any of these any of these old episodes, like really old ones? I'm not talking about episodes from 2-3 years ago. People still remember them, but the ones from 7 years ago. Your English is superb, man. You're being too kind. You're being way too kind. I love this so much. I'm in the lead category. There are some drums in here, right? I love this. I love this. Dum 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 dum. I think most people recognize that instantly, right? It's just every time I hear something like that, I'm either thinking of Bee Gees or I'm thinking of Michael Jackson, or like now at the moment, if I just slow it down, it's gonna sound like synthwave for me or something. Billie Jean. I love that song. I love that song. There's so many great Michael Jackson songs out there. No, I'm not pandering. I actually had that happening. Some people saw that I posted my vaccination card, like I got my first shot, and so someone said, "I'm not coming here for you pandering." Just to make sure, I'm not getting vaccinated to pander to people. I'm getting vaccinated because I don't want to get sick. All right, that's why I'm doing it. So I hope that's clear to other people, and yeah, that's about it. That's the only thing I wanted to say that on Instagram, but God. Yeah, I don't know. Gated reverb drums. Make an audio bus forum festival. What would that even be like if you make a festival for a forum? I mean, yeah, of course, you could use like a Discord and chat room, right? Yeah, Discord chat room, that could work. But then again, if you get too many people in there, if you get too many people in a Discord chat room, it just ends up sounding very not good. And it's kind of hard to moderate that. I don't even have any moderators. I don't have any moderators on this channel. I don't have any. I've never had any moderators for anything. So I don't know if that would work. By the way, since I am here, if you have any questions about anything, ask them and I'll try to answer you. And if there's something, if I miss answering you, then just ask again. Because yeah, since we're doing this whole thing where I'm sitting here and just, basically talking, not really gonna do much with music, just talk to you. Because I didn't want to cancel today, I just wanted to hang out with you. Ride the audio bus. For iPad and other free stuff, recommendation is a guy named Marcus Manderson. Of course, I know Marcus. I know who Marcus is. Marcus Manderson. Marcus Manderson is so sweet. Do you know it's really funny. It's really funny. I had to clear Marcus's comments in through YouTube. You see, YouTube will filter out things that it thinks is spam or something, and Marcus is so sweet. He comments the same thing on all my videos, and when YouTube detects that, it always thinks that it's a spam bot. So it inadvertently it mistook Marcus's comments as spam. So I had to clear him for a few comments before YouTube learned not to block his comments out because he kept writing nice. I like it. It's so cute, but YouTube just you write the same thing, times in a row somewhere on three different videos. It's gonna think that you're spam, and it's just gonna block you. It's so weird. I mean, it's good that it's blocking spam, sure, but sometimes it's just weird. I've found comments from other people that have been like subscribed to my channel for a long time, commenting for a long time, but they've had that same problem where they maybe went in and they just did like a brofist, and they did that for 2 or 3 times, and then YouTube starts blocking them because it thinks it's spam. It's funny. Would you grow a beard? This is as big of a beard I get. So here's the thing for you. Many of my old viewers, old viewers, many of the people who have been following my channel for some time, my main channel, following my work, you might already know this because I've talked about this before. People have been asking me about growing beards and mustaches and everything. And here's the thing. I have never ever in my life, never ever in my life touched my lip or my the part that sits under your mouth thing that I don't know the English word for, never touch them with a razor. Ever. Never. My razor goes on here and here because I get these small individual strands of hair. But this has never been touched. This has never been touched. I've used a scissor, to kind of even this out. And this one, sometimes when a hair gets long, I even it out, but never touch it. This is as far as it goes. I wish I could grow more than this, but it's not gonna happen. I'm 42. It's not like my beard is just gonna up and start growing like mad. So yeah, I'm keeping it like this. I can't do anything about it. How do you know it exists? I have no idea what you're asking about right now, but I think my beard exists at least. I'm an old viewer. Wait. This from original Cynthia. I have to read this out loud because I think it's gonna sound interesting. Jakob, is life just a negatively entropic chemical reaction or more of a self-aware megafractal of matter and holographic consciousness? I would say that that's a very interesting word salad, and I love it. But to me, life is just, how do I say this without sounding esoterical? Because I'm not into being esoteric. I'm not into spiritualism or anything. It doesn't mean that I shit on people who are. It's just it never worked out for me. I like dealing with facts, which is why I make tutorials on YouTube, which is why I sit during my free time answering questions from people needing help over at the iPad musician group or answering emails because I like dealing with facts. So for me, life is, and whatever I do, I do, and that's about it. It's not more or less. Life is what I make of it, and that's it. It's amazing, it's interesting, it's wonderful, it can be sad, it can be angry, it can be all of these emotions that we feel. It can be, life can be a connection between you and an animal, you and a person, you and a thing. It's what we make of it. That's what it is to me. There's nothing esoteric about it. It's just it's just something that is, and now we have to deal with it. I plop down here, and now I have to deal with it, and I choose how I view it. Basically, right now, I'm privileged enough to live in a society in a country where I haven't had to deal with the harsher parts of life, like war and stuff like that. So I'm lucky, you know. Life can be many many things, but it's never esoteric for me. Never has been, or weird or anything like that. Just it just is. Maybe that's boring for some people, but for me, that's amazing in itself. You know, I think that life is amazing in itself, just for what it is. Amazing, interesting, and yeah, that's it. Now we're getting all deep and stuff again, and this usually happens during my streams here. It's such a completely different thing from my main channel. Mm, Still got my OG ES1. Oh, and for those of you who don't know what Samuel is talking about here, the OG ES1 is the green. Let's see here if we can find it. The green Korg Electribe, I think. Korg Electribe ES1. Is that what you're talking about, Samuel? Or are you talking about the bigger one? See if we can find it. ES... Ja, men kom igen nu, vad håller du på med? Vad är det här? Sorry, switching to Swedish there for a little bit. Where is it? There it is. Can we show that? Oh, come on. Just show me the picture. That's all I need. Okay, there we go. It's this one. And it's too bright. It's too bright for YouTube. It's too bright for YouTube still. What is this? And now I closed down the screen, which is great. This is lovely. There it is, the original ES1. And I own this too, and I love it. And I've actually owned this thing 3 times and sold it 3 times. Yeah. There's even a video on this channel that I actually grabbed from one of my older channels and uploaded on my main channel. Not on this channel, this is the streaming channel. On my main channel, where I'm actually gigging with this thing, jamming with it, because I love it. I wish that some groove boxes today would work as straightforward, as simple as this is, because it's one of the most straightforward sequencers I've worked with ever. I don't think I've worked so effortlessly with any sequencer apart from maybe the pocket operators, because they're very simplistic, things. Not simplistic sounds. It's a negative connotations over it. I love pocket operators. A lot of you probably know that, but it's kind of simplistic with its sequencer. And the Elect Tribe, it was simple, very simple in its sequencer. I just love the way that they implemented that. And yeah, I miss them. I miss the EA. I miss the EM1. I miss the ES. I miss all of them. I miss all of them, and I am gonna get them all. I've already got the Pro Chaos pads now, Chaos products, which feels great. And I want that big setup again with all the Chaos pads and the Elect Drives on this big board, and just have that, because the sequencers alone are amazingly fast to work with, really, really fun to work with, even if they are a bit, what would you say? I mean, if you look at contemporary groove boxes, a lot of stuff has happened to them, right? I mean, there's been some increases in everything. So yeah, I mean, contemporary groove boxes, you can do way more with them, but I still like the old ones. Anyone agreeing with me here, or do you think I'm being an idiot, being stupid? That's okay. That's okay. I mean, I'm stupid all the time. I just don't show it. I just don't show it. I like portraying myself as a very smart, intelligent uh, man-child on my channel, and and that's what I do. Yeah, but I'm actually quite stupid when it comes to a lot of things. Surprisingly so, even surprising to myself. Old boxes with limitations are more fun, to be honest. We must have a convention with a concert. Someone organize. I mean, think about it. Just going from one thing to another. I've been, you know, popping in and out of this clown fest thing, and I kind of like that. The problem is, I really don't have time to add anything more to my plate, so I can't do that. Even, I mean, if you talk to Dean here in chat, I don't know if Tony Duncan is here also, but if Tony is here, I mean, Tony and Dean, Electronic Sounds, they used to run this thing over at the Sobriety and Synthesizers group, where people were getting together and jam. And didn't you guys stop with that? Because, you know, it requires a lot of time to actually get going. And that's the problem when you already have a full plate. You kind of need this one or two people doing it as their only thing, and then it can become this stable thing that just keeps on going, and pops and happens like every week or every month or something like that. But for people who already have a full plate, I mean, Electronic Sounds is already running a channel. I'm already running two channels now, and I have to sometimes I have to cancel stuff. I don't even have enough time to visit my Discord enough, or my Patreon enough, you know, and things like that. I want to do more things. I'm just one person, and it's very, very hard to do all of it. And what I have to prioritize are always videos first. I have to prioritize that. That's why people came to follow the work I do. That's why they subscribe to the channel. So I have to prioritize videos. Videos always come first. So it's kind of hard. But I would love to have at least a yearly iOS gig thing, where we have a party somehow and we make a big thing out of it. We promote it. But for that to happen, there has to be more than just one or two people involved, because it is an undertaking. I know I've actually organized festivals like in RL, real life, for yeah, I've done that, and I know how much work that is. And even online, it might look and feel like it's very simple and you know, something you can do quickly, and you can organize stuff quickly. You can organize a chat party very quickly with Google Hangouts or something like Discord or any other StreamYard. You can do it over there. I mean, there's so many ways of doing it. But to organize stuff, to do like this roster of things that it's gonna happen during an event, it takes some proper planning, and you have to have a certain mindset when you go in doing it. But would I join up in such a thing? Fuck yeah, I would. I would love that stuff. Our own little clown fest, not clown fest, but we could call it. What would we call it? I mean, one thing we can do at least. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much effort. We can at least name it. If we name it, then maybe this concept will grow. So what would you call it? What would you call this once a year iOS fest thing where different people from different all the YouTubers who do content for iOS get together, do a little thing. We have a little like a phone line where people dial in and they ask the experts questions. We can talk about old apps, and we can do all of this during this one weekend or something. What would we call it? Hackfest? No, I don't want the credit for this. This has to be a community thing. I want this to be a community named thing. I don't want it to be a one person, because the community is everything. The community made all of this happen. The community brought me to 36,000 subscribers. It brought Doug Woods' channel, The Soundtest Room, to 50,000 subs. It brought part of it brought Henny the Business up to 100,000 subs. I mean, come on. You've done a pretty amazing job, following some people. Make it happen about worrying about the name. Fingerfest. Okay, it sounds kind of Fingerfest it's pretty interesting, but I think we might actually inadvertently baby I can hear in her tone that she doesn't like Fingerfest. What do you say about Fingerfest? She's laughing. If you can't hear it, she's laughing. I don't think she likes it. Do you like it? Sorry, Chad. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. Fingerfest. We could call it fingered. Or maybe not. Not fingered. Okay, let's not do Fingerfest. Let's not do any fingering at all. At least it's gonna be weird. I think we could call it. Touchfest. Touchfest? That sounds really. I don't want to attract sycophants. Okay, I don't want to attract people who are looking for finger.com. Don't Google that. Don't Google that. Stop right there. I know that some of you are doing it right now. Whatever you're doing, just stop it. Don't do that. I did not tell you to do that, but I don't want to get the wrong people coming into. There's been weird things like that happening before with weird names, so maybe something else. iFest, Clagnut Fest. That's a good that's a good one. Discord Fest. Fingerfest, where we get together and touch our stuff. Okay. I know that most of us are dudes, but not everyone is, and I want everyone to feel really welcome. Even people who are non-binary and whatever it's called. I don't care about people's stupid genders or anything. I don't care about that. It's unimportant to me. What's important is that everybody feels welcome. So maybe we try to use a name that feels like everybody's welcome. And iFest, it kind of works. iFest. iPadapalooza. Am I saying that right? iPadapalooza. Parafalulapalooza. Stop suing for using their name. So iPadapalooza. Wait. Stop. Lollapalooza. Someone sued someone for using Palooza? Is that what I'm hearing here? Osmund. Is that it? Tell me. Osmund. Are you Danish? Are you from Denmark, Osmund? It sounds like a Danish name. Lollapalooza. Oh, now I get it. Oh, okay. My partner says there is some kind of thing already called Lollapalooza. Is it Lollapalooza? Okay, whatever you say. But you're certain about the fingered thing. Well, sorry, wait. You're certain about the finger fest. Finger fest is no good, right? She really doesn't like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with her gut feeling on this because I don't think it's a good idea. If she says no, no, don't finger, and then wait, no, if it's everything becomes so weird. I'm trying to communicate my mouth words to you, but it's not working properly. I Live Music Festival. I Live for short. I love music fest. I love music. I love. You put a little heart emoji over the I instead of the dot. I love. I love. I live music. That would be a good name for a festival. Now. The thing is, they're popping in more Hackapalooza, Moby Fest, Hackfest Best. Okay. Let's say we have a name. When in the year would it be a good thing to actually do this? And because, I mean, for me, I like my festivals in the dark. It sounds really weird, but I don't like them in summer. I like them around autumn, winter, early January, stuff like that. But I don't want it to coincide with something like there's so many, you know. There's so many, and you have to help me with that. You have to help me with it because there's so many other things happening. I don't know whenever Clown Fest really happens. It just pops up in my feed, and then I see that there's a Clown Fest going. Maybe you should go check this out. There's gonna be some cool music going on. So, when would be a good thing for that? Sproing Fest, Sproing Fest. That sounds Sunfest, Infest, Infest. Infest sounds way too close to something else, and I don't want to. I don't want to attract sycophants. Stop it. October is a good month. My birthday is around October, and I think yeah, October could be a good. What do you think? But there's a lot of other things happening around October, right? Surfaced. Okay, that's kind of cool, but it's too close to surfing. In Fingerfest. haQtober. haQtober works. haQtober. haQtober. There's been two haQtobers here now. haQtober is, but I don't want to take credit for this. Recharge Fest. Recharge Fest sounds really cool too. Recharge Fest. We've come a long way from. There's even three haQtobers now. iOS rhymes with Owfest. Owfest? Audiobus Forum Festival? Oh yeah. Recharge Fest is nice. haQtober Fest. We could haQtober. There's more saying haQtober now. haQtober. You know what? I'm gonna let you decide. I don't really want to take credit for stuff like this, especially not when you are giving it names, right? But oh my, oh my. Be careful, Andreas. Be careful, because YouTube will block you. And I can't really do anything about it right now. Low battery fest. Shut up, James. Where can we vote? Oh, yes. I'll put up a vote. That's what I should do. I'll put this up as a vote, and I'll do the vote on all social networks. I'm gonna go through the names and pick out three, and one of them is gonna be haQtober, and the other ones are going to be two of the other names in here. I'll put them up. I'll put these up on, if I have three choices, then I can put them on Facebook, I can put them on Instagram, on Twitter, and also here on YouTube, and you can vote for it. So I'll do that after the stream, and I'll make sure to announce it so you can choose. Once the name is settled, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this together. And the problem right now, if let's say we would do this year in October, it's really soon. I'm gonna be locked up. Sorry for that throat glug, but I'm gonna be locked up in work for at least another week, so I can't do anything during that week, and I still need to solve my problems of not having a video for my main channel. But after that, I have to connect with other YouTube content creators, because I want everyone to have a chance to do something during this thing. Because what I want it to be is for us to enjoy what we are doing. And it has to be fun. It can't just be the regular thing that we always do. I want it to be special, And I want to highlight stuff from the community. I've been sitting and listening to music made by a lot of people. Through Facebook mostly I've been finding you, but also people posting their tracks in my track section, promote yourself section on my Discord. And I'm sure that there's even more music out there that I haven't heard. And sometimes there are so many good tracks coming in my Discord. Like stuff I want to sit and listen to, stuff I want to buy. Oh, talking about buying, I am looking forward to getting that album that what's his name again? I'm so stupid. I knew his name this morning. I knew his name. Oh, come on, man. Come on. He made Pure Acid. Jim Pavlov. He's been working on an album that sounds really 90s, and it sounds great. And that album is going to come out soon, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I want to bring some music up from the community, do some awesome stuff, things like that. Thank you, iOS Music, iOS. Thank you, and see you next time. "40-year-old iPad Musician Fest." Hello, Uncle Tom. I hope you're doing good. I hope this fest has things you can do with honey seminar. You know what? Things you can do with honey. I've been thinking about that, and I have some weird ideas. It's just that I'm a bit sensitive about wasting food or things. I don't like playing with food. I can make a little exception, but I have some ideas. The only thing I won't do is pour the thing on a synth, honey. But there's a lot of things you can do with honey. I could probably do, yeah, I'll do that seminar during whatever the fest is gonna be called, once you've chosen. It's from the it's from the bong. I don't know why my other tablet is also an iPad Fest. What kind of, wait, that's gonna become Motayayev. Okay, that doesn't work as an anagram. Wait, not anagram. What, baby? What is it called when you take the first letter of every word and you? No, an anagram is basically if you have something like an anagram is when you take the letters in a thing or a name or a word, you throw them around to make another, a word, but you're using the same letters. That's an anagram. But I'm looking for that other thing, that other word. Acronym. Yeah, acronym. If you have a name for the fest that is very long, I would love the acronym to be something like, end up being something like iOS or something like that. Acro who? My mother had an anagram. An anagram? Acronym. Everybody says acronym here. I'm sorry, I'm so slow, chat. I'm sorry that I am a slow person. Everybody's trying to help me. They're getting so frustrated with me. But that's okay. That's okay, chat. I told you I'm stupid. I told you. I'm not smart. I just make myself look really smart in my videos. You see, it's a skill. It's a skill. You can be really stupid and still make it look as if you're very good at what you're doing. Like for instance this thing here. Somehow my phone isn't being charged right now, and that's worrying. Let me check something out here. It's not charging. Oh no. Come on. Charge. Charge. Okay, it's charging. It's charging. Whew. Whew. Am I still there? Are you still reading me? We almost lost the stream because I'm stupid and I didn't plug the USB cable. You see, I plugged it into the lightning connector and everything, but forgot the actual, you know, you need power. The other end goes into power. I forgot that because I'm dumb. Wait, the camera's over there, right? Yeah, there. Just flick it. Giant Finger Fest. I'm portable and digital fest. iPad fest. I'm portable and digital. That's a pretty nice acronym there. Like that. I'm on a 27-inch iMac. That finger looks it looked huge. I think about that, you know, whenever I talk to Kai Aras, because he's got this huge monitor. It's kind of nice to have when you're doing code and stuff, right? And you want to test out things. Whenever you talk to someone, everything becomes really, really big. You see, if I had a huge monitor like that, what I would do is, whenever I eat something that I like a lot, I would hold it up to the camera to make it look bigger, like as if I've got more of it. You know, just to trick my brain that it's actually a really big bun you have right now. Like my hand. My hand is really large. I can easily enclose my entire... Oh no! Don't squish the hack! Oh my god. What's happening here? I just love that. Little... Did you say something, baby? She didn't say anything. It's just I'm imagining stuff right now. Chargefest sounds really okay. I'm gonna write this down. Is it okay if I use one of your post-its, baby? Okay, I'm using a post-it here, and I'm putting my fingerprints on all your pens and pencils. Post-its. I used to love using these when I was little. My mom probably remembers that whenever she got a post-it note, I used to do little stick figures in all of them. So you would flip them like that. There are some really awesome YouTube channels of people doing stick figure animations in these post-its. I love watching stuff like that. Let's see here. I'm writing down Chargefest because I'm so analog right now. Chargefest. So we got Chargefest right there. We got haQtober. 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 We need a third option. Third option. I'm gonna put those and you're gonna have to vote on them and let's see what we get to, because now I'm feeling like we have to make this happen. And it's not too far off to October. I'm gonna have to ask though. I mean, we need hosts for this thing. And it's gonna have to be during, what would work? Like when do people have time to do stuff like this? To actually watch stuff like this? Would it be during weekends? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, things like that. I mean, that's usually when a lot of festivals begin. Like they might begin on Thursdays or Wednesdays. Then they go on for the entire weekend. Usually the slowest days are always Sundays. The most hectic days are usually the Fridays and Saturdays, I think. I don't know. I'll post a link to Synthfest. They do it once a month and usually start near the end of the week and go through the weekend. Right. Just the word recharge, like Sonar. Yeah, I like Sonar is a good name. Fingerfall Fun Fest. Recharge Fest is the better one. Recharge Fest. I'll just Fester? Uncle Fester? Uncle Fester? Who's Uncle Fester? I reckon. Oh, the Addams Family. That's right. It's got an Uncle Fester in there. Looks like a Tim Burton character, or maybe it's Tim Burton making everything look like the Addams Family, or is it the other way around? No, it's probably the other way around. I love Tim Burton stuff, by the way. Just so you know, Beetlejuice. Oh, we watched Edward Scissorhands the other day. Lovely movie. Love that movie. One of Johnny Depp's best roles ever. Oh, lovely. Gadget Fest. Gadget Fest is also pretty cool, but it kind of suggests that we're only doing gadget. I love you too, Peter Prism. Thank you so much. Greetings from Italy. Greetings from Sweden. I'm in Sweden right now. Okay, let's see here. Lockdown Leeds Fest. I like iLive with the heart over the I. iLive, okay. I'll write that up. iLive. Now it doesn't really look like a heart there because I'm not good at writing or drawing hearts. Like, look at this. If I'll show you real quick here. Now we gotta post it. So we got all the names, and one thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to draw like my face. I can see myself perfectly here. So while you keep on commenting stuff down there, I'm just gonna draw real quickly. I'm gonna try to draw my own face here. So I've got two pair of eyes. Wait, no. I've got one pair of eyes. There we go. Eyes. That looks kind of like it. And then there's like this nose thing. Two big things there. Then I've got the mustache thing. I've got some eyebrows. And then I've got a pair of headphones on. Like that. It looks pretty good. All I need is the little chin and the beard and my mouth. And that's about it. Kind of looks like so yeah, like you know, it's not really my strength drawing. I deal with music mostly, but that's what it is. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see this that well because it's getting overexposed right now. So we've got some good names here. We've got iFest, we got the Recharge Fest, and we got haQtober, which is great. What are you? What isn't the name iLive under copyright? Ooh, it could actually be. That could be a thing. That's stuff we have to watch out for. Well, no one's got haQtober at least. I think that's kind of safe. Recharge Fest, that it could be that someone did that. Sounds like the kind of name that you would use maybe for some kind of an EDM thing. The one that start with I love sounds like an IK Multimedia Product Festival. Yeah, that could also. Yeah, they do that. They do that actually. So the iLive thing might not be anything we can use. The Bass Drop Fest or the Bass Drop Fest. The Bass Drop Fest could also work. Watch Swedish for recharge. Well, okay, ladda om. But it's kind of weird because you wouldn't say that about a battery. Ladda om. You would say that about a gun. Ladda upp. It's like you say charge up. If I directly translate it, you say charge up for a battery. You're charging it up, ladda upp. For gun, its reload is ladda om, but it's ladda, basically. It means that you're putting something into something else. Yeah. Man laddar. And you can also say jag laddar för festen. It means that you're charging up for the fest. Which means you're not sitting and eating lithium batteries or sucking on lithium batteries. It just means that you're eating a bunch of stuff to get ready for the fest or the festival. That's something we say. Omfest. Omfest, I've already seen that. I've seen that several times over, and I think I've seen that like from like clips from Ibiza. I don't think that surprises anyone that they're doing Omfest in Ibiza. Come on. Portafest. My dad's here too. Hey dad, sup? I think mommy's here too. She might be here. Anyone like Jamboree instead of fest? Jamboree. Doesn't that just mean like fest? It does, right? I can't remember what language that is. No, Jamboree. Isn't that like? Oh, I can't remember the language. What's it called? Jamboree. Which language is that? Jamboree. 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 I'm uncertain. First I was gonna say Swahili, but I don't think it's Swahili. I would totes work volunteer for a physical festival. Let's go to Ibiza. Okay, it's a bit out of my reach right now. I can't just up and leave for Ibiza. And that's the problem with iOS, right? I mean, we're so spread out. Most of the people watching my channel, my main channel, is 30% of everyone watching them come from America, from the US. And even if they're US citizens, 30% of them, and the rest comes from the rest of the world. But even in America, you're all spread out like really far and wide because that country it's a huge landmass, and you actually have to fly getting from one place to another sometimes. So we're all spread out all over the world. We got people in South Africa, we've got people in Russia, we've got people in Vietnam, we got people all the way over in Iceland, we've got people here in Sweden, we got Germany, England. It's spread out. Japan, Australia. I love that. I love how it's connecting us together, but it's so weird because I mean, trying to get us all together is so hard because most of us cannot just pick up and leave and fly everywhere. It's not that easy for everyone. Travel subsidies. I don't know how that works. Government money? I don't know if that would work. It sounds like something very tricky to deal with, and that's not my strong suit at all. Yo, Jacob, nice papers on your head. Oh, I forgot that I had them there. Yeah, I did this. We were collecting names for an iOS festival thing, and I also did a drawing of my face, just to show that it's not really my thing. I used to do that in my old videos. I didn't have two cameras, and I wanted to do face cam things. So sometimes I drew pictures of my face and I swapped them out during my videos to have something happening. Is that weird? Is that weird? I wouldn't know. You look like a dad. Oh, by the way, people, I want to tell you something, okay? Me and my partner have been trying to adopt a dog, and we got a message today saying that we're actually gonna be able to adopt a dog that we've been looking at, and we are so happy right now because this dog is from Ireland, where they use greyhounds for races and stuff, and this is kind of is it a lurcher or something? It's a lurcher, so it's a mix, and they basically been using her for breeding, and then they let her go. So they found this dog on the street, and now this dog is looking for a home, and that home is gonna become our home. So we're gonna get an extra person in the family here, and we're really, really happy. And she is beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. Maybe I can show you a picture of her. See if I can find that, because oh my, she's so beautiful. She's so cute, so cute. It's got an Where is it? I think. Oh yeah, you did send it to me, baby. Yeah, you did. You sent it to my regular email, I think. And there we go. Where is it? Oh, look at you. Oh, you're so cute. So cute. Cute little baby. Oh, that's a fine dog. Let's see here. I need to pull down on the light, I think. There she is. Look at her. Look at those leg muscles right there in the back. Look at those leg muscles. This dog has been running. And then they bred her, and then they let her go. And now she didn't have a place to be at, but she's gonna come to us. Her name is Shiog, and you pronounce it differently depending on where from Ireland you are, basically. We heard three different pronunciations depending on where you are situated in Ireland. But I love the name. It's a beautiful name. So yeah, that feels good. Yeah, that's the thing I just talked about. A dog. We're gonna get a dog. Broken cable is top. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. Iostonbury. Burning fingers. You mean like Burning Man? Iosdog Dogfest Hackstock. Hackstock. That's pretty funny. Yeah, she's really strong, Enrique. She's really strong. Say the name again. Shiog. Shiog. That's it's an Irish name. Huh? It means little fairy. I think it's Gaelic. So you can pronounce it Shiog or Shiog or Shiag, depending on where from Ireland you are. I have a very good Irish friend. I could probably ask. I want to ask Joe how he would pronounce it. I think he's from Ireland, right? Isn't it? She doesn't realize that I'm talking to her. Who wrote Dingleberry Fest? Wait, no, no one wrote that. I just read it like that. What's going on in my head? That's a bit weird and awkward. Dongle Fest. You know, Dongle Fest is pretty funny. That's pretty funny, right? I mean, that's basically our lives anyway. Dongles, right? That's it is pretty funny. Dongle jamboree, maybe? Fingered, fingered, finger dongle finger, dongle finger, dongle fest. Yeah, dongle fest. We can call it the Dongleberry Fest. No, then we might as well just call it Clagnut Fest. What about another Dongle Fest? Yeah, the acronym would be NAD. Go NAD. Yeah? Yeah? Go NAD Fest. That's the greatest one. It's a great acronym for not another dongle. Sheol means hell in Hebrew. I didn't know that, Pete. Thank you for that. I don't speak that much Hebrew. I don't speak much Gaelic either, by the way. I mean, Joey tried to learn me, teach me a few words back in the day. We need less of a sausage fest type of name so we get more viewers. Okay, electronic sounds, you have a point, Dean. You have a good point. Less of a sausage fest name. I mean, in the end, we are sausages. Jamie Malander knows that. I mean, he is the sausage king. But that doesn't mean that other sausages, like every sausage in the world is, my partner is a sausage. I call her sausage every day. Like our lives are ruled by sausages. We're gonna get a little dog sausage. She's so beautiful. Egg fest, egg fest, Dutch tough fest, Dutch tough, Dutch Tough Fest, DTF. DTF, this sounds like a chemical, some kind of a chemical. Dag is a dangleberry in Oz. Wind. Broken Cable Fest. Broken Cable Fest. Here it comes again. Sound test room has sausage fingers. Clam Fest. Wurst Finger Fest. Wurst. 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 I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Wurst. How do you even say that in German, baby? Wurst. Come on, tell me. Is it Wurst? Wurst? She speaks German, by the way. I hate naming things. I love naming things. Like, I mean, everybody loves naming things. Okay, no, not everybody, apparently, because Mitch doesn't. So I'm sure that there's many more that doesn't like naming things. But I just love naming stuff. And I'm really good at, the whole naming, coloring, doing all that top stuff. But when it comes to actually going into things and making it happen, if there's anything in there that is just slightly boring to do, then my brain is doing everything it can just to escape the task. I wonder, anyone here, do you have any problems with that? I mean, coming up with new ideas and new colors and new names and new concepts, it's fun. But, when you get down to the core of things, when you actually have to make stuff happen, that's when it gets really boring. Oh no, I'm running out of juice. Unsupported accessory fest. That's funny. That's also funny. Yes, Andreas, what is it? You just wrote my name, so it's highlighted. But what did you want? You forgot to fill in the rest of it. Update your OS fest. Minsters in motion. What does Rick say? Wubba-lubba-dub-dub. Yeah. Look. Yes, I'm looking. I'm looking. Broken Lightning Festival. I like names, but I hate the overthinking of naming something. You know, the name is very, very important with things, and there's a reason to why I chose Jakob haQ for my channel name and my brand, basically, to make that me, because it was a simple thing to spread out there, because there is no one else in the world called that, so it's kind of an easy thing. It's just that a lot of people just can't seem to spell it right, so that's a problem. And it's not only that. I mean, Hack Attack, the show thing, people have a problem spelling that too. They keep spelling it ATTACK. And of course, if you've got autocorrect on, it's going to try to respell the attack with Q to CK at the end. So yeah, I kind of messed up when it came to those things. And people keep spelling Jakob with a C instead of a K. And autocorrect will also, autocorrect that. So yeah. It's always working against me, autocorrect. But it's easy to market. When it comes to names, they're really, really important. And when we were naming Agonizer, I mean, Agonizer is something you're gonna remember, and it fits the sound of the synth and everything. So names are so important when it comes to products and stuff you want to market, if you want to get it out there. You really should make it like a 2-syllable word, or just a 1-syllable word, something that rolls off your tongue. If it's longer, it should be able very easy to not anagram it again. Oh, now I'm there again. It should be easy to make it into it should be easy to acronym it. Acronym it? That's not a verb, but it should be easy to put into a nice acronym that rolls off your tongue, because people will remember it. And if you make it easy and interesting to say, then people are going to remember your product. So it's easy to overthink, yes, And I do also hate overthinking it. And you have no idea how many names we really did go through with Agonizer. I mean, I presented a few of them in one of my videos about the development process of Agonizer, but there were a lot of them, a huge deal of names, and we had to check all of them so they weren't trademarked or used before, or if it was even close to something else, and how we also had to check how you would be able to find it, if Google would be able to categorize what you're searching for properly instead of just tying it up to something else that's kind of similar in name, but it's completely something different, and you get these weird things going on where you get weird ads popping up. You have to have everything just click, and Agonizer did. Agonizer has clicked really, really well. Let's ignore other tablet users fest. You know, actually, since I got my Android, and since the disaster we had last time, maybe you remember the disaster we had, I am actually trying to also somewhat cater to the Android people who are on Android and still want some good options. And you know what? I feel for them. I feel for them so hard because it is such a jungle trying to find stuff that just works. It doesn't. It's like a Bethesda fest. They keep saying it just works, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's really, really hard. So I feel for all the Android users out there who want to use their stuff, because here's the thing. People will choose Android not only because they just hate Apple or because they think that it's better. It's this thing of using stuff that you're accustomed to or things that you like. And I can tell you that there are things with Android I like better than I like with iOS. I don't subscribe and only use one brand. I just want to use tools that will allow me to do whatever I want to do. And I don't want to lock myself into a group, because if I do that, I'm holding myself back, and no one else should either. Use whatever you want to use, and if someone wants to shame you for it, they're being assholes. And just don't pay attention to them. If you want to be creative with whatever you want. If you want to make an album using just sticks, why should anyone stop you? It's just do whatever you want, use whatever you want. And what I liked with Android is, have full access to all the file system and everything. And sure, Apple has changed that over time. We get the Files app now, and it's becoming better. But some people just want to use their Android stuff. They find that they like the Android phones over the Apple ones, and so they keep on using that, and so they get an Android tablet, and now they want to try to use it for music. Instead of shaming these people, I just want to help them out somehow to find the best of the best, because when I look at what's documented out there, it's not that good. And if I can do that at the same time when I'm presenting stuff for iOS, because there's a lot of Android people coming over to my channel, looking at all the stuff, wishing that they would have that on Android. I get it. You would say, hey, just go get an older iPad. I want to say that too. And I do. Go get an older iPad. You can still do loads with it. It doesn't have to be the new thing. But some people just don't want to. So I want to be able to help in some way. So yeah, that's it. I just want to tie it up, because in the end, no matter what platform you're using, if you're a creative person, if you're a musician or a producer or whatever you're doing graphically, whatever, that's what you want to do, right? You want to create. That's all. And you just want to find good tools to do it with. And maybe for some reason you can't just jump platform. Maybe you can't afford it. Maybe you're stuck where you are. I don't know. There are so many reasons, and we can't really judge people for it. I mean, we can. That's just the way it is. If we can give them options, then that's good. But if anyone asks me today, should I go for an Android device or for an Apple device for music, I would always say go get the Apple ones. Until something drastic happens, we already know what we can do with this platform. And me buying an Android device, seeing the state of that platform right now for music, I'm still of the same mindset. I would never recommend anyone getting an Android over an Apple device for music. No, it's not there. It's not there. It isn't. If you want to be able to be creative now with your handheld portable smartphone or smart tablet, it has to be Apple. It has to, no matter how much you hate it. I'm sorry. So if there are any Android users here, if you are here, I'm sorry. That's the way it is. Doesn't mean that I think you're stupid for using Android devices. I purchased one myself. I just like having options. Almost analog Jam Fest. Jam Fest sounds too much like some other Jam Fest, I think. What the haQ Fest? That's what that works. I make music fest. Use everything. Yes, Dean. You know a company has cracked it when you say the company name instead of the item, like iPad, tablet, Hoover, vacuum, etc. Yeah, exactly. They really made it when you say the name instead of the thing it is. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's a good name. And there's so much. I mean, it's a science in itself, marketing, and I've always been fascinated by it. I'm not like it's not like I've been studying it actively, really. Not until I started, doing this YouTube thing. That's when I started looking at that kind of thing. Um, and I think that I'm still really shitty about it, but I'm good with concepts, and I do that with everything. And one of the most like the things I'm mostly proud of so far has been, like, of course, the channel, but I didn't do that myself. But with Hack Attack, I mean, we did that, right? But my mellow album, I'm so happy with that. And my next album, which is going to be a cyberpunk sounding album, it's going to be even more insane. I mean, it's completely different from my mellow album. It's not the same music, it's not the same feeling and everything. But this is going to be insane. I'm going to have to build a character for this music. I'm going to have to create something here. Because I'm not going to make this look as the regular Jakob guy in a bedroom making this music. I want this to have a clear front of a person. I need to become another person for this album to make this be a thing. I have to to meld this whole concept of the music, the words, lyrics, the sound of my voice, the sound of the track, everything. And I'm working on that, and that's going to be awesome. And I also need some music videos for this, and they have to be a step above what I've been doing so far. I can't just do this with regular 3D graphics. I'm going to mix 3D graphics in, but I need some live action stuff in there. I don't know if that's what you call it, but yeah, I need to film myself. I need to rent a place. I have some ideas, and you're gonna see a side of me that you haven't seen before. But let's not forget, for those of you who don't know, I have been dealing with punk music in the past, so I'm not like unaccustomed to certain types of clothing and things like that, right? So yeah, it's gonna be so interesting. Yep, your electronic party. Peter Prism, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Baby, could you give me my vape liquid? I'll take the salty penguins one. I think it's right in there, in my little cubicle where I have my chargers and everything. I think it's over there. Do you see it? There's like penguins on them, and they're salty. They're salty penguins. Do you have my salty penguins? Thank you. Thank you so much, baby. Salty penguins. I'm gonna put some salty penguins into my vape thing. That sounds kind of disgusting. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't. I'm sorry. It sounds really weird, Salty Penguins is a good band name. Salty Penguins. Sunny Signals, something with signal. Moist Salty Penguins. Moist Salty Penguins. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Salta pingviner, vad smakar den? What does it taste like? My mother asked, what does it taste like? It actually tastes like salty penguins. The ones that you usually buy on a Silly Line cruise, in the tax-free shop. It tastes like that. The raspberry licorice one tastes like hallonlakrits. It really does. So it's a Swedish company making these. And I don't want to promote them. You know that they exist without nicotine, right? Okay, so I'm not recommending anyone starting with anything like this. And if you want to, you should do it without nicotine if you're not a smoker. I have been a smoker for a long time, and I'm trying just to get rid with it completely. And I'm going to end up stopping with this too, because even though it's not the regular tobacco companies making this, I just want to stop. I just want to stop. But right now I'm using the vape instead, and it's been working really well for me. I haven't smoked for a long time, so that feels really good. And there is a Swedish company called Liquid Wonders that makes these vape fuels, basically, or vape liquids. And I want to caution you who are from the US or any other country, if you're not from Holland, if you're not Dutch, if you're not Swedish, or if you're not from Finland or Iceland, then you probably won't like the Licorice ones, because they've been made for a Nordic palate, kind of, and we love this stuff, okay? Swedes love this, Finnish people love this, Icelandic people love this, Dutch people love this. There are more countries that have some form of licorice, but this is not like the sweetest thing. It's like the really salty kind, okay? What do you call it? Ammonium chloride. I don't even know what that's called in English. Let me check that out. Ammonium chloride på engelska. Ammonium chloride på engelska. How do I pronounce that? Ammonium. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Basically, there's this kind of licorice in Nordic countries where they put ammonium chloride into it. We call it salmiak. Okay? And we love that stuff. It is salty and we love that stuff. And if you should do yourself a favor, you should go on YouTube after this stream and just search for couples trying out Swedish candy or Swedish salty candy. Just watch the reactions people get from stuff like Djungelvrål. It's like, oh, I love that candy. It's so good. Djungelvrål. I could eat loads of it. Basically, the Swedish company is making all these Swedish candies into vape fuel. And so I'm just cautioning you who are from the US, because a lot of US people do not like these tastes usually, because they're very, very salty. So be careful if you get any. Don't buy too much of it, because you might not end up liking it. But we do. We're a bit weird, you know? We're a bit weird up here in the north. By the way, do I have any viewers that like licorice? Like, do I? Is there anyone that really likes licorice here? Because it's like my favorite. It's an absolute favorite. This is not safe for work. It's hard to test based on what you mentioned, since there's already a lot you can do in Drambo to fade parts. Oh, you're talking Drambo. You're talking Drambo. Oh, wait, I need to scroll down. I love licorice. I love black licorice. So you like licorice? Aniseed stuff, yeah, but never had the salty kind. I haven't had the one with ammonium chloride. Well, for all you US people out there, or people who aren't used to trying out Nordic type of salty licorice, you really should, at least once in your lifetime, because it's a very, very special sensation. Just be prepared of the saltiest stuff you've ever, like, it's more salty than Dream stands whenever you say that Dream is not good. It's more salty than the most messed up Reddit thread on the internet. Now this is like really salty candy. Virtual Knobfest. People are still coming up with names here. Licorice. I don't know how to pronounce it in English really. I've heard all pronunciations. In Swedish we say lakrits. What's a good brand? What's a good brand for licorice? What's a good brand? A good brand, the best brand for licorice. I would say there is this brand called Fazer. Fazer. Um, Fazer. Fazer. Love that brand. They make some really good licorice. That's a brand you should look for because they do it. Look for all the licorice stuff that they do. And if you find Fazer, what is it called? It's called Turkish pepper. That's oh, it's the best. It's the best. I mean, it contains a lot of sugar, but of course everybody would know that because it's candy, right? It's candy is just sugar with tastes in it, basically. Licorice tastes like rubber. Dan, I've heard a lot of people say that. How do you know that, Dan? How do you know that it tastes like rubber, Dan? Why don't you explain yourself? There was a guy that died last year from eating. You should never overeat licorice. You should never overeat licorice. Actually, you shouldn't overeat anything because it's dangerous. I mean, you drink too much water, you can die from that, from water poisoning. So yeah, be careful with it. And not only that, I mean, if you eat strong licorice, it's gonna do the same thing to your stomach like eating too much hot sauce if you're not used to that. It's gonna mess with it. Yeah, the way that my mom wrote it out there, by the way, Fatser, that company. 4 boxes, 40 grams, $12. Damn. Salt is also dangerous. Yeah, of course. I mean, you eat too much sodium. Too high sodium in your bloodstream isn't good either, of course. It's going to give you a high blood pressure. But that's something we learn from a very young age, I think, that it's not good to eat too salty stuff. And people learned that back in the day when they were, sailing the high seas because they were bringing dried food, jerky, and stuff like that. And it's usually very salty because they dry it like that, and they also kept it in salt to have it not go rotten or spoiled, right? So you submerge it in salt, but that means that everything you eat is really, really salty. So a lot of people, sailing the higher seas, they got that. They got some really bad blood pressure and stuff. They learned a lot, Pioneers learn a lot the hard way. Life will kill you eventually. Yes, but it's what we do during that time that matters. That's what I feel. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm here right now. What I do now, if, whether it matters or not, I have to make it matter. That's why the Vikings drank so much mead. Take care. Yeah, you have a nice day or evening or whatever it might be where you are, Mr. Kowalski. Cucumbers are like sausages but green and vegan fest. Klangattentat, is that like a name? Did you make up a name? Now, what is going on here? 100% of everyone who lives dies. Therefore, life is deadly and should be bad. I. It's hard to argue with. I don't have any arguments. There's no rebuttal here, Mike. I'm sorry. Maybe you were hoping for a discussion about this, but I just feel like there's not much to rebut. So let's see here. We've been streaming for 93 minutes. I won't be able to stream for too long. Is that was that you? Were you walking behind me, baby? Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were, up to something. You never know, cause I'm usually like that. I do stuff. I'm a pretty shitty person. Yeah, she has to put up with a lot of shit, a lot of my shenanigans. Pocket full of music fest. More names dropping in here. There's too many names. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to choose. There's so many names. I'm gonna have to go over this. As soon as we've chosen a name, we're gonna have to. Let's do that. Let's do that. The next stream we do, let's talk over the points, some of the stuff that should happen during this thing, and also discuss how long it would be for. Because I mean, I don't even know. Like, it also has to be on a good time because of different time zones, right? So it would be nice to have it in a time where at least most people would be able to log on to see what it is. And also the question of where this would be streamed and available, because I want it to be available for everybody. And if people are also, if other YouTubers come and join up and they do a thing, I want them to be able to take part of that stream to put on their channels and things like that. But yeah, I like this idea. I like what you've done here today, people. You made me think about a festival thing. You made it feel like it's possible. Physical event or only online? Well, we're going to start with online because physical is going to be too hard. It's just too spread out and I can't travel. I can't. I do not have a budget for it. It's not possible, and everybody's so spread out. So it's only going to be a small part of people, being able to go to a thing like that. So if we do it online, at least, then everybody, as many people as possible, will be able to join up. That's nice. But it would be cool at some point, to do a physical meet. But that would have to be like on some other event first. I wouldn't want to arrange the event from ground up, but it would be a smart thing to use another event for the gathering. So let's say they do, what's that thing they do in Anaheim? NAM, during NAM there could be an iOS meet. I'm not talking about meet, I'm talking about meeting. There could be something like that. In Germany there are always some stuff happening too. We could have a meetup there. So, things like that. If we already use existing events and we do an event during that, a meetup, then that's going to be easier, because this is also something that a lot of people are planning for. They're planning to go there and actually, meet up and look at all the things that are happening and things like that. So I think that would be a good idea, actually, to start out like that. Who knows? Maybe in the future it will grow bigger and there might actually be a kind of a budget or something, for doing a specific iOS thing. Okay, everybody head for Jakob's plan. Telegram has just released a new video streaming function which looks interesting. Telegram. Okay. I'll have to check that out because I know almost next to nothing about Telegram. Pocketronics. Pocketronics. Pocketto. Hacken, like the German Wacken. Hacken Wacken. That sounds Hacken Wacken? Wacken Hacken? I don't know. I don't know how that sounds. I'm not so sure I like that, to be honest. Not too sure. Pocketronics. Pocketronics is pretty cool too, yeah. So it could be in a convention instead of a fest, since it could cover a wide range of mobile music making stuff. Yeah. Wacken is a metal festival. Uh-huh. It is. Really? I had no idea. haQtober. haQtober Octohack. Makes me think of the game Octodad. Have you ever seen that? It's one of those weird physics, lol, random physics kind of thing, like I Am Bread. People used to play that a lot. I'm pretty sure that we can't meet in my home, or in our home, because it's a very small place, and a big fest like that, I actually do think that there would be a lot of people coming over if I announced that. So that would not be a good idea. And of course, if I've done I've done festivals and stuff in the past, and if I ever did, then safety would be my number one priority. I almost sounded like Russian hacker there. It would be my number one priority, so it would have to be in a place where I could really, really plan out any kind of emergencies or anything like that. And some of the places where I've played at in the past, doing gigs and festivals and other things, haven't been that safe in my opinion. I'm not gonna say too much because I'm not gonna annoy people in the festival community in Sweden or whatever, because I've got a lot of friends dealing with that, and I don't want them to be angry with me. But yeah, sometimes I just haven't felt safe. Just putting it out there. That would be really important to me. And of course, I wouldn't want this to turn into a disaster either. I mean, there's been a lot. There's been TanaCon, for instance. That was a disaster. Anyone ever heard about that? Or how about that other one? What's that called? That thing with the what's his name? McFarlane? Billy? What's that name of that festival that really everything went to hell? Everything went to hell. There's been that Tumblr festival that didn't go that well. Fire. Yes, fire. That didn't go too well. That didn't go well at all. And I feel really sad about the people living on that island. I don't know if they ever got paid, because that would make me really pissed off. If you do all that work and you don't get paid. Firefest, yes, Fire Festival. Now, there's been two documentaries coming out about that, and what I don't like is that I don't know which one to trust, or to trust any of them anymore, because one of them were paid by that same company that made the marketing stuff. That's kind of weird. When you're doing journalism, it's kind of weird having someone who was involved paying for making it. It becomes weird. It becomes weird. It doesn't have to mean anything if you can get the person you're paying to do it to be completely unbiased. But it's always a thing to question, especially when there's been a lot of controversy around it. And yeah, I've seen both documentaries, and they lift a lot of silly things. And still, at the end of the day, it was a disaster. And at the end of the day, people did not get paid who did work, and that's shitty. No matter what people say, that still happened, right? Hack to the Future. It's kind of playing with Back to the Future. I get it. I get it. It's sweet. But does it feel like a mobile music meet? Is that what it feels like to you? Because I kind of like Chargefest, and there were a lot of people saying haQtober too. Hack to the Hack to the Future. Mobile music meet. MMM. MMM. Mobile music in the making. They call that MMM too. That's already been a thing. And I was a guest there. That was in Germany, by the way. If you want to work well, I think you'd be an ideal captain of the ship. Original synth. I don't know who you said that to, so I'm not sure. Mobile music meet M3. M3 class compliance. Class compliance. Class compliance. I kind of like that name too. Class compliance. Class compliance. Yeah. You know what? I might use that for a song name for one of my tracks for my cyberpunk album. By the way, I already have some names for my cyberpunk album. My cyberpunk album. I can't speak. I can't speak properly. Cyberpunk album. Cyberpunk album. Sounds weird. Oh, where's my dingly dongle? I'm gonna end the stream soon. I wanna show you some stuff. Cyberpunk album, and I've got some names. I've got some names for it. All right, but it feels like we're gonna make this festival thing happen. So yeah, we are gonna make it happen. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be the first one, and I hope I don't turn it into a disaster. And I hope I can get some people in on this because it would be fun. So here are some of my cyberpunk names for some of my tracks. So we got Jacked or Jacked Rabid. So it's called Jacked, not like Jacked with a T, with a D at the end. Jacked Rabid. I kind of like that name. Then we've got Terminal Sickness. That's on another name. I'm working on the lyrics for that right now. And then we've got Lager. Not like lager, like beer, like logger, like a key logger. Then we've got Pile and Push. That's another name. The Wave is another one. No Read. And the last one I'm working on right now, because there's 7 songs so far, I'm going to make 10. It's called Chrome Saint. Chrome Saint. So it's going to be awesome. And, you know, I should have a really good name for the album. But I'm thinking, should I maybe go in the same direction that I did with my mellow album and call it my cyberpunk album? I don't know. What do you think? Because I'm thinking maybe that would be a thing. Oh no, I lost internet. Did I? Come on. Am I losing internet here? I don't know. Okay. So my phone is acting up. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. It's getting weird, people. Everything is getting weird. Dingly dongle. There's a lot of super sauce over here. So, yeah, I'm gonna round up this episode right here. This thing. I've been streaming for 100 minutes, and I need to close this down right now. But this has been interesting, and I like the fact that you brought up the whole thing with this mobile meet. We'll do it online. We've got names. I'll put up some voting so you can vote for which of the names you want. Once the name is done, next time on the stream, if I'm still caught up in the studio, with this project, which hopefully it should be done by next week. But if I still am, I'll do the stream out here again like we're doing now, and we'll go over the points of what we would do during a festival like that, and try to get a date. Because I mean, if it's gonna be October, it's happening quickly because we're already in September right now, right? So yeah, we need to work fast, and we need to get people on board with this and get a roster and some kind of a schedule or roster, whatever, and things like that. So keep an eye out. I'll announce the voting once I have that up. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining here at Jakob Live. I'm always happy to hang out with you, and I really missed you last week. So I'm happy that I decided not to cancel again and just do this thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much for me to close down right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down in the couch with this thing that I haven't had at home for a long time. Maybe I'll do a little, dual chaos KP3 jam in the sofa or in the couch. The rest of the evening, I can't believe that they're here. I can't believe that I finally have it. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. And as usual, I wish you a very productive week. Now go finger all of your stuff and have a lot of fun doing it. And this is me logging off. Awkwardly. Wait, how did I do that? Is that... Come on now. I like the stream it's literally all... this is the end. I'm just... Okay. Can I stop the stream? What the...